Hello and welcome back to Season 12 with DAP. We are in War 5. We have KenOB. It's a big one, guys. I'm going to be bringing my best. I got Quake. I got Omega and Sabretooth. Let's get going. In this war, I've been assigned Paths 4 and then Path 6. So, let's jump on over. We're going to let Pete take Domino, and we're going to go up to Node 19. We are looking at Nick Fury on this node, and Node 19 includes Spite and Aspect of War, so we got some work cut out for us. Let's bring in Omega. The reason I like Omega in this fight is he's going to reduce the amount of tactical charges that Nick Fury has, being that he's a mutant. And I can deal some damage through the spores, keep the spores on him, and try to degen him as much as possible without having to log too many hits on Nick Fury himself. So really just trying to watch out for the unstoppables here and end the fight as quickly as possible because of the aspect of war. Here I come in and I'm going to make a mistake. I attack him while he's unstoppable. I did have an invulnerability boost built in just in case on this fight. And so it doesn't hurt me too badly. Alright, with the life model decoy down, we just need to continue to keep the pressure on him. I got this special 3 in my back pocket as well. So, let's keep the pressure on, keep the spores going, get his health down, intercept, and end this guy. Very happy with that first fight. Alright, that's all for Section 1. We're going to move up to Section 2. We're going to go to Path 6, Node 25, which is going to be Sim Supreme. And on Node 25, we are looking at Boost Buff, Armor Up, and Limited Immunity. So for the first 25 seconds, this guy is going to be completely immune to debuffs. So I'm going to need to keep that in mind when I'm going in with Quake here. Sim Supreme is one of those very few mystics that gives Quake a little bit of a challenge because she's not able to control his power like she can with all the other champs. He's constantly gaining power, so you got to keep an eye on that power meter, and that's going to affect your game plan a little bit. Overall, the fight's going pretty good. I need to bait out a special here. When I do, he ends up with more power than he started. So in a little bit of trouble here. Got to bait out this special 2. And I do. So go back to the game plan. Trying to get him done before he gets another bar of power. And I cannot. He does hit me with a special 1 before I get him down. So took a little bit of damage there. But overall, the fight went okay. Next up, I have Medusa on Node 38, and Node 38 is going to see another boost buff for armor and no retreat. So with the no retreat, I just got to make sure I don't, dash back twice in a row, and I should be okay. Right at the beginning of this fight, I have some kind of an input error, and I don't hold down that heavy, and I get smacked. But, that shouldn't be the end of the world. So let's go back in. Let's stick to the game plan, and we should be fine. Alright, starting to get the rhythm going, get the stun, starting to deal some damage. This is the way the fight needs to go. So here we go, keeping it up, and I take a big combo. Get down to 3% health. I'm in trouble, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dex Evade so I don't get hit anymore. Can we do this? The Dex Evading's causing the no retreat to active, and I die. I was in some trouble there, and I do take my 3rd death of the season on a node that I really feel like I should never have died. Alright, we're going to go back into this fight, and we're going to try to do it right this time. After all, this was probably the fight I was least worried about to start with, and maybe I was a little bit too confident, I'm not sure. But either way, I got to get this girl down on the second attempt. Start of this fight here is going much better. I'm getting her parried. I'm getting her stunned. I'm taking down some damage. She is not hitting me in the face, which, honestly, avoid getting hit in the face really goes a long way in this game. you know, the more you can avoid not getting smacked in the face, the more you're going to win. And, you know, that's my strategy the second time around. First time around, I was like, getting hit in the face is okay, but, you know, I guess it didn't work out. Alright, after this fight, we're going to move up to Node 41. And on Node 41, we have Captain Marvel. And we're going to look at Tank Buster and Safeguard, which, no problem for Quake. The Safeguard's not going to affect her, and we can just treat this like a normal fight. Alright, we're going to, you know, really focus on these last couple fights because, you know, after dying in this war, there is just no room for error. I need to, you know, be as flawless as possible and really get my confidence back up with these Quake fights. You know, there's really no reason for me to be dying with these fights. So, so right now we have the Quake attack going just right. We're getting her down. We're getting her stunned. We are aftershocking the bejesus out of her, and we're gonna get this girl down. No problems, right? Wait, did I just say bejesus? My goodness. I really need to work on my commentary on this stuff. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah. Captain Marvel goes down. No problems. This was a pretty solid fight overall. Alright, next we're going to move up to Mini-Boss Island. I do have one Mini-Boss fight. Once again, it is going to be Node 53, and we have Heimdall this time around. As you know, on Node 53, we do have increased power gain 200%, as well as enhanced Special 2 and Special 2 bias. So, control the power is going to be the name of the game. If it seems like I get this fight almost every war, it's because I do. It seems like every time around, this is my fight. Quake does, in my opinion, the best job on this node, controlling power and getting damage on the opponent. I can stun the opponent, really, you know, control everything about this fight. So, definitely a good champ to use in this fight. The major concern with Heimdall is he does have an interesting heavy, and whenever you're using Quake, you gotta learn how to evade heavies, because that's gonna be, you know, the one downfall you get when you're in the corner, and when you miss a stun and you just block, he's going to be able to use his heavy, and you gotta be able to evade those. Haven't had a chance to evade a heavy yet, but we're going to have one coming up here. And there it is. Got the evade. To be honest, I had one extra evade in there that I didn't need. The best way to evade Heimdall's heavy is to be holding heavy, then hold heavy, and then dex evade is the best way. But we got the job done here. And that is the end of my war. We did lose this war in our best performance of the season as far as death counts go. As far as mine went, my positives, I took one shared fight, one mini successfully. As far as opportunities, I did dap up one fight. So that's always comes into a big play there. In defeat, I rate the Alliance a B. Even though we had our lowest death count, you know, a loss is a loss. Rate myself a C for the death. Have a nice day, guys.